Well, we completed the quest, yeah. What a takeaway there, the Wrath of Ashira. The party put an end to the fight with Colony 11, but having learned the reason why Ashira fights as she does, Uni anticipates further trouble ahead. Alrighty, well, new hero added, Lone Exile. Okay, and Uni's the one who gets that, of course. Alright, info acquired. Colony 11's future, new topic available. Alright, Ashira's class, Lone Exile, Royal Defender, accumulates heavy aggro through attacks, can also counter-attack when an ally in range has been attacked. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and switch lands over. Oh, yeah, oh, and that got done too. Oh, so what do I want you to be in, huh? I don't know. Only ones that you haven't done yet are attackers and stuff. There's only 2 left until you actually unlock some of these other ones. Gosh dang it. I'm gonna have to start unlocking some thingamabobs here. Alright, so lands can, is this, wow, is this actually his only thing? Wow. Wow. My goodness gracious, I really need to start unlocking some of these other ones on other dudos. I assume that Tyon's gonna be the one to inherit this one. Yeah, he's S. But yeah, Flash Fencer for power charge? You're saying for Mio here? Wait. Oh yeah. So Mio's in that. Yeah. Run out of things to work on. For variety's sake, I guess we'll do that. Stuff, so we have different classes there. Cool. And then, yeah, heavy guard.
You need my help.
And I think we're just gonna go back to Xeon until we unlock Guardian Commander on a few other dudos, since that's the one that we're making progress in and stuff. Oh yeah, but Uni can also do Lone Exile once you feel so inclined. Is the case. I will keep it in mind. So we're getting there. Should I go back and unlock Mr. Dudo? Because, like, judging by the silhouette, I should know who it is and where to get him. You know. Wait, also, does Uni have healing gems on as an attacker? No, she is a healer. I got mixed up because the freaking, you know, the Full Metal Jaguar class. It escaped me for a second there. I'll just do that. I don't know. Everyone has, like, all their master arts on now, right? Oh my good gracious. Let's see here. Spear point thrust bind. Chance to ignore defense. Sure. I don't know. Sure, for funsies there. And then slap on something with some more damage. Sure, that. I don't know. I don't know. Ow. So let's see what's going on around here first. Because, yeah, I'm gonna need to unlock some of these classes and stuff. If I want to actually be in stuff that I can, you know, actually be working at, you know? Is the case. Open up the container.
We can make use of this.
Open it up. Yoink. Thank you. Yeah, map this out. Now that we have the Colony 11 canteen, we can unlock whatever the recipe meal here is. But yeah, I'm gonna crash here hopefully with less coffee in the morning. I hope so. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. I hope we have an awesome rest of the night. Yeah, let's go ahead and chat here. Yeah, from what I've heard about it, it sounds like I might potentially need it.
Need to discuss this.
Ashira, what will Colony 11 do now? Why ask me? Try not to play dumb. Maybe he's asking because it's your colony. No? Surely it's your colony now, if anything. What? Just how do you figure that? I figure it by how soundly Colony 11 was thrashed into submission by the traitorous Ouroboros. They say to the victor go the spoils. Therefore, Colony 11 now belongs to you lot. You are also on the winning side, if memory serves. If the commander herself says it's fine, who are we to argue? Our list of allies is limited. We're grateful for any cooperation. I forgot to tell you something. We're a fickle lot in Colony 11. Most of us do as we please. So you should be careful how you handle us. Just because I've taken a liking to you doesn't mean the others will. Why can't you just explain our good qualities to them? Get them to help us. What? I should just tell them directly. Bunch of people who will cut me down if I show any weakness. I guess that won't work. But then what the spark are we supposed to do? Let me give you a piece of advice as former commander. In Colony 11, there's a group of elite soldiers called the Three Ravens. 3? You don't remember? They fought us on Ixia Bridge. Oh, those guys. Their names were, let me think. Spearhead Zoran, Fell Plume Easel, and Tenacious Clad. They lead the 3 units that make up Colony 11. You could call them the pillars of the colony. Win those 3 over, and you've basically got the whole colony. Make it sound simple. How are we meant to win them over, exactly? Good question. I simply crushed them until they did my bidding. Queen's teeth. No wonder they want to kill you. But I know that you lot can play it a bit smarter than that. For example, you could glean some intel about them. Best way to know an enemy is to become their friend. Also, we have like a decent bit of that fog beast fog stuff around. Whoa. They may be a group of thugs, but as soldiers go, they're the best of the best. Not as good as me, obviously. I can't see any downside to winning them over. I'd do wonders for your ally base. How about it? You're not wrong there. We'll think it over. Thinking, is it? Don't deliberate over it for too long. What's that supposed to mean? Leave that lot alone for too long and they'll end up in some battle or other. You'd better do something about them before they end up being a nuisance for someone else. Is trouble seriously all your colony is good for? Might be. Well, I wish you luck. Well, 3 ravens at war. I haven't actually been doing a whole lot of side quests. We've basically just been doing, you know, hero quests or story stuff. So let's see here. What's the meal that we can unlock here? So we can get, oh, a big CP boost one. Interesting.
I'll start, shall I?
Let's see here. Mancha Mancha. A new meal for Manana to learn. Sweet.
That was delicious. Thank you.
Mild sizzle fizzles stew. Cool.
Can't wait to see how Manana prepares it.
Yeah. Save, because it's always a good idea to do that, because it's been a little while. Okay.
Where to from here? Good to add more names.
Alrighty. Whoa. Famish, what do you think? I can try and nick some food. Wait, what do you think? Can I try and nick some food from over there? I don't want to do that, trust me. It's the Easel's Units patch. They don't play games.
Good to add more
Except for
names.
maybe Battleship. They love playing that game. Easel's Unit. New topic available. Alright. Yeah, I was adventuring this way.
I see some relations have changed.
Whee! Some relation change in the affinity chart that I rarely check. Just who are you to Ashira? Oh, hello to you too. Nice weather we're having today. Still, if I had to answer, I'd go with victims. Very good then. At least I won't have to worry about my prey being snatched from me. Yo, what now?
I see some relations have changed.
Well, some relations have changed, Alright, what have we here?
We need to
The heck
find
is going on here? It seemed like an NPC was in there for a hot second. But yeah, you are Off-Seer later. Have fun with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Alright, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out as you. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night or day or whatever the heck it is over
I
there.
see some relations. I wonder what's inside.
Alright, let's see some relations. I wonder what's inside. Yoink. Pure gemstone. Also, wasn't I playing Tyon? First Smidge. Calling 11 East Gate, so I guess I can't come through here. It wants me to see this, I guess. Let me snuff us from Cladzune up to the usual business. If you mean at the training pit, then yeah, I'm really into it, huh? I guess so. Maybe, you know, maybe once we've gotten towards the end of the game and the castle is no longer our enemy, maybe this gate will be open then or something. I don't know. Maybe. That would be my guess. Yeah, look at all this fog beast fog stuff. Look at that all. Zoran's unit. Assemble at the west gate. I repeat, assemble at the west gate. Roger. Okay, I didn't stay close enough there. Alright, there we go. Zoran's unit. New topic available. So, wait, where the heck is this? Is it outside there? I think it's outside there. Yeah, I have to go around here. It seems like, my sniffles are coming back now. Yeah, it's out here, all weird and stuff. Yeah, this it kind of reminds me a little bit of the entrance to Galahad Fortress in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. But like if Alchemoth was turned into Galahad Fortress, essentially. Is what I think. If I silvered up on coins, I have 91. I should probably use them here because, you know, I'm getting close to the cap. And I don't want things to go to waste, you know? Wouldn't want that. I'm high. So, rebels, here you are. 2, you on that bridge. If I could have killed you then, the heights I would have reached. Yes, let's say you could have done that. Forgetting us for a second, Ashira is your comrade. We test ourselves against the strong, whoever they may be. That is the Colony 11 away. Remember that, Ouroboros.
So that's the state of affairs.
I guess so. I guess that is the state of affairs. Okay. No one else to talk to around here, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, look at some of these Levnesses. My goodness gracious. Imagine having a Mechon that looks something like that coming after you in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I mean, there are some pretty crazy looking Mechon in Xenoblade 1. But still, imagine one looking like that. That would certainly be something. Yeah, so I don't think that there's anybody out here. I can go get this container while we're out here. So I think the way to go to progress the story is down that zip line thingamabob. I might go back to Colony, whatever the heck it was, and get that other Healy class, the Strategos or whatever the heck it was, just to get all them classes unlocked. So yeah, haven't exactly been doing a whole lot of side questing, but the hero quests, those I'll do. Those ones I will do. Okay, yeah, so I think we have this whole smidge mapped out. Yeah, we do. Cool, so yeah, it's just the line down there now. So, should we have a look-see over at... Where was it? Wall of the Great Hand? Hegemon's Seat. Was it even in this area? But like... This is the thing we're about with Colony 30. This is Colony 4. I don't think it's even in this area. Where was it again? No, not this one. Where the heck? It was this one. Because, like, Aquifer Exhaust. Fabricator. Where the heck? I'm just gonna travel here for now and get our bearings and see what the heck is going on. It's somewhere around here, right? Hold on. Where was that colony that we've been at before? The one with the Zoofarg menace. That. Where is the colony? Literally right here. Did I actually not have a fast travel thing into there? Or is it just in here? Titan Rock Camp? Look, it's here. I can see it on the map there. Have I not properly explored around into here? Or something like that? Because this should be the location of the hero class I've missed up to this point, right? But yeah, look, it turns itself upright again. So yeah, back in here. There's gotta be something you do in here. And you recruit the commander over here, right? Surely. Yeah, rest spot Lambda Shelter. Have I really not interacted with that before? I wonder if calling Lambda managed to harness the strength of all its soldiers and somehow got the Pharaonis back on its feet. Still doesn't look like you can go inside, though. Seems getting big jobs done without the help from the nation's top brass will be a pain and a half. Yeah, so they got it back, turn upright again.
We've a fair amount of topographic data.
Wait. How do I... No. 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 So how would I have gotten to here, like, before? I wonder. We'll remove marker, place marker, list search. Would I have actually just not been able to skip travel in? I'm genuinely so confused as to how this works, because I don't seem to have, like, a thing that lets me switch between this and, like, the overworld around. I'm very confused. I'm thoroughly confused. Yeah, so that quest marker over there should be the, thingamabob then. To recruit this commander. Are you headed for Keva's castle? If so, you'll want to ascend the Great Falls and cut through Macta Wildwood. Yeah, I'm already right beside the castle. I'm just coming back for a class. This is all I'm doing to unlock it, you know? Also, have I gotten the meal from here, I wonder? Have I unlocked that? Yeah, there's a bunch of information here that it seems like I didn't get. Rosh! Hi, Rosh. Say, what kind of person would you say Izzard is? Ah, you want to know about the commander, do you? Our commander is one of the most exceptional healers in Agnes. His attacks are nothing to be sniffed at either. When his team need no more attention, he'll switch to offense and pull everyone out of dire straits with his talent art. It's not often we get to fight by his side, given his role as a leader. But when he does step in, it's a real sight to behold.
We have some new names registered.
Neat. Well, it's odd, the flame clock isn't here anymore, but I still have my mark. Yeah, I guess there's separate thingamabobs. There's a lot of us in our 10th term now, Commander Izzard included. There isn't a lot of time left to consider what has to be done. Indelible marks. New topic. Ah, yeah, my sickness is coming back. I was going away for a little bit, now it's suddenly coming back. There's a topic over here, apparently. Oh, yeah! I saw Shijima going into the tunnels earlier. Secret tunnel. Tunnels? What's he gonna wander in there for? I don't know. Suppose he might have some business out the other end of them? I guess that's typically why you go into tunnels. Missing Off-Seer 1 out of 2, so I need another bit of information. So I need to actually go through here to be able to check that. That's so silly. Yeah, so it's all the way over there, the supply drop. So the game also informed me that when there's supply drops, that means that there's other colonies in the area that haven't been liberated yet, that I haven't yet discovered. Is what that also tells me here. Sif! You're looking busy. Commander was good enough to tell us about the work we have ahead of us. Gotta do what we gotta do. Hey, it's good to look into look to the future. Things are really looking up now that we have auto loves and resources from the tunnels. Colony Lambda has never been stronger. Let's see here. So this information here. No, this information here. This information here. Has a search party been sent out to look for Shijima? Well, I can say my squad hasn't heard anything about it, that's for sure. Missing Off-Seer.
This sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, so that'll be some side quest. I love how we have like all these quest things that we'll be talking about and stuff. I guess there's no actual canteen around here, it's just the camp. It seems like we'll just do all these quests later. I'm too invested in doing hero quests and main story stuff. Maybe I'll just be doing like side quest galore after beating the game or something, I don't know. Or maybe I should take one of these sessions one day to just do a bunch of side quest stuff to like help pace this a bit. Maybe. Do I have any gems available, I wonder? Doesn't seem like. Doesn't seem like there. I figured I'd check. Let's see here. We probably have a bunch of discussion topics now. Yeah.
Let's consider what
We have a whole bunch. So, Lambda's Off-Seer Shijima has apparently gone missing. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Agnes Off-Seers often work in pairs, right? Yes, I think most Agnian colonies make use of similar arrangements. Are both of them missing, then? All we've heard is that the one named Shijima has headed into the secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. By now, he might have come out at the Ray Bell Tableland in the Faunus region. Something might have happened to make him wander off like that. We should look for him. Then we best hurry. The longer we wait, the more difficult the search is likely to be. Alright, the Lost Off-Seer. Oh, I saw this one in the trailers when I was talking about quests, or the Xenoblade 3 Direct, or whatever the heck, I don't know. Indelible marks.
It's best we talk this through.
Yeah, let's talk it through. Looks like our marks don't disappear even after the flame clocks are smashed. Yeah, we're only freed from the tyranny of the flames. It's true, a mark once made cannot be erased. And once my 10th term ends, I'll be gone after all. It's not all doom and gloom though, yeah? Being free from the clocks, that's already something. Things feel different somehow. I know what you mean. It feels less anxious, like I can breathe a little easier. Exactly. And ultimately, everyone has to choose their actions for themselves. Freedom from the flame clocks expands one's options immeasurably. I think that's huge. Yeah, everyone's gotta die sometime. At least this way they get to live the good life first. The good life? What do you understand by that? Huh? Well, I mean like, eating good grub and stuff, yeah? I don't know what I expected, asking you. Boy, you got a problem. The good life, though. I could go for a bit of that. Yeah, me too. It's more bonus experience. Neat. Colony Lambda's canteen. Ah! I was just talking about how it didn't seem like this place had a canteen. I hear Colony Lambda's having a difficult time now that they can't use the canteen. Yeah, we did kind of tear up the place. Well, we teared up the big Zoofarg menace outside. I don't know if we tore up the canteen. But if there's anything we can do, we could cook something up for them. That's only going to help them in the short term. Then what? Tell me you want to build them a whole new canteen. That's a surprisingly reasonable idea, lads. Oh, well then, just cobble one together, shall I? We couldn't do the labor ourselves, but Lambda's a big colony. It can't hurt to float the idea. I imagine talking with the captain of the manufacturing unit would be a good place to start. Sounds like a plan. Well, let's get going. Yes, the sooner this gets resolved, the better. Alright, Lambda's problem. Alright, Zoran's unit.
This might get complicated.
So many things to talk about. That Zoran guy. Pretty sure he was the first on the scene when we tangled with Colony 11. Zoran's unit makes up the main force of Colony 11. They're a vanguard comprised of shock troopers. In battle, they specialize in breaking through the enemy vanguard and wreaking havoc among the enemy forces. Yeesh, that sounds about right. Sounds like a bunch of people just like Ashira. Leaving them alone is pretty much the worst thing we could do. We should probably talk to them as soon as we can. They said they'd gather at the west gate, right? That sounds right. We better head out. Alright, Warrior's Pride. Look at them three nerds. Look at them. Clad's unit.
Consider what we know.
So many units. They say the Clad unit is the cornerstone of Colony 11's defense. They draw the enemy in, so Zoran's unit can focus on attack, and Yizel's unit can deliver support. I'm surprised the roles are so evenly divided. They're specialists in combat. Even if they are a run bunch, they're silver rank elites. But we know almost nothing about the captain, Clad. He's always wearing a helmet. Wonder if anyone's ever seen his face. All we do know is that he constantly drills his troops in training pits. Training pits? Like the plaza where we fought R. Apparently that's what they call one of those in Colony 11. I get it. Well, why don't we pay a visit? Might get lucky and bump into him. Meanwhile, our hero from Colony 9 over here staying by us is just, you know, listening in on all our unrelated talks. Indomitable. I can't say that. My goodness gracious. Easel's unit. What sort of group is Easel's unit? They're more of a rearguard unit. They fire from a distance and support the front line. Seems that Colony 11's canteen is also under their control. The canteen? How come? Who knows? I just hear that Easel's unit is usually there. So if we win him over, we get a pick of all the best food. Whoa, that'd be awesome. I think I can get behind that. Sometimes I'm jealous of the way you two think. No, seriously. Alright, rules of the hunt. Okie doke. Yeah, I don't want to use my bonus experience.
Much better.
I want to be lower level for getting more CP. I really wish that you could get leveling down before beating the game. But alas, apparently you cannot.
Alright, let's get going. Time's a waste.
Alright, look for the missing Off-Seer in the Orion Tunnel facility. Do I want to... How long do I feel like that would take anyway? I mean, like... Hold on. Hold on, a hot ticker here. I was just saying, you know, maybe doing some side quests here and there during the story for like a better balance. Maybe I will do one. Maybe. This one. I don't know. I will do this quest here for a bit of better balance. Will be the case. There's a shiny Oopa there. A real shiny one. If you were a player who probably side quest so much that you forget the story exists. Yeah, it seems like that is an option here. Is that the horn of the Bionis over there? Is that what that is? What are you doing here? We're on the hunt for Lambda's missing Off-Seer. Everyone's been quite worried, you know. But I'm fine. I haven't come across any monsters or hostile colonies. We were looking for a guy named Shijima, I thought. Well, he was making his way towards Aegis Wilderness, I think. Why did he go alone? What could he want out there? I think he must have been heading for the castle. He's really close to his homecoming, and he'd asked me to send him off. But then the flame clock was broken, and all that stuff became irrelevant. I think he's just a bit lost. Oh, I see. I put in a request for the survey branch and tactics division to assemble a search party, but I don't know when it'll happen. I've been doing all I can to help, but honestly, maybe it's better to let him do what he wants. Still, the way he's feeling, don't you think it'd be best if you just talk to him? How? He won't even accept my calls. He gave me his number and he won't even take my calls. Only so much one person can do. Then we'll bring him back. I'm sure you have at least something you want to say to him.
So that's the state of affairs.
So he's over there, huh? Let's see here. Sure, we'll do this. Yeah, it does seem like there is a lot of options for side questing. So slight PTSD from the Nopon Village's Xenoblade Chronicles 1, what with just like the never-ending side quests and that. My playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition, I played through Xenoblade Chronicles 1 twice on this channel. The original and then Definitive Edition. And I don't remember how many parts my original playthrough was, but I know that my Definitive Edition playthrough was 120 was the thing. So I'm sure that this one's gonna be longer than 120. And I 100%ed the game except for a few niche achievements, so like defeat 5,000 or 10,000 enemies, whatever it was. Just like the last little grindy things that are just however many hours of grinding just against enemies over and over again. That is all I had left. Apart from that, I have Xenoblade Chronicles 100%ed. And that was like my 4th or 5th time playing the game. I've played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 many times. So, you know, there was no way I would have 100%ed the game on like my first playthrough. What with, you know, especially time quests and whatnot, and the whole situation with the affinity chart and time things around there. So, you know, it was only after I was quite familiar with the game doing my 4th or 5th playthrough or whatever it was at that point. I mean, can I figure out what playthrough it actually was? And my first playthrough on the 3DS, and then I did a playthrough on the Wii version, and then I did a playthrough on stream after I was a content creator of the Wii version on Dolphin, and then Definitive Edition. So yeah, that was literally my 4th playthrough. That was literally my 4th time playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1. So I knew by then, like, if I wanted to 100% the game, what I was in for. So, you know, after 4 playthroughs, I was confident in my ability to get, like, a non-new game plus 100%. And I basically did, apart from those few achievements. I mean, maybe I should go back to it one day and just get those few achievements I'm missing and say that I've got a true 100%. I mean, I never 100%ed Future Connected, to be fair. So, you know, I could always 100% Xenoblade Chronicles 3, go back and finish the stuff that I need 100% Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which is not a lot. Just like Future Connected and those achievements. And then, I wonder how much I have left to 100% Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Probably a decent bit. I did a lot of New Game Plus chains in Xenoblade 2, was the thing.
Did you guys hear something?
Like, my playthrough that I did on the channel, I'm fairly certain was a New Game Plus within that chain. It was like my 3rd or 4th New Game Plus in the chain as well, was the case. So I don't know how much progress I had in terms of like maxing out all the Blade's affinities and stuff. But yeah, back just did some door dashing. Nice. Were you dashing those doors real good, Eagle? But yeah, those damn up on absolutely need everything. I know, right? You're 100%. Let's Play took 125 videos. It probably would have taken me longer than it did. The reason why it took like the exact amount of parts that it did was because I handled my playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 in a unique way where, since the stories kind of go alongside each other in different universes, I did a playthrough where like the two of them, I was playing through both of them alongside each other, was the case, and I perfectly plotted it out for like how the stories would go alongside each other, essentially. But I would have Xenoblade Chronicles 1 end in like chapter 7 of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so that when you start getting hints and like flashbacks of like the way the universe would be was made, you'd be able to tie the connection to Xenoblade 1 at that point. So that was what I did. And I also had like Torna, the prequel story, like sprinkled throughout as well, ending in chapter 9. So it's like Torna ends right before the finale of chapter 9, and then chapter 9 finale happens, and that's the end of Jin's story and stuff. I had like a crazy system going. So when Xenoblade Definitive Edition came out, it was like, oh, well, I guess I'll make a new version of that series, but with Definitive Edition. So I had to cut up my parts in the exact same way that I did during the non-Definitive Edition playthrough, so I could make like a new playlist and have, you know, all the parts line up, like, you know, parts 1 to 3 Xenoblade 1, parts 4 to 6 Xenoblade 2, stuff like that. I had a whole system going there. So for any time I did like side questing or non-important story stuff, I handled my parts at like, I would do parts that were like point parts, I call them. So like part 3.1 was just going around Colony 9 doing side questing, for example. And then it was sometime towards the end of the playthrough that I was going around doing like everything that I had left. And I went into like point 20, something like that. I don't remember what it was. I think it was part 80. So I had like part 80.1, 80.2, 80.3, all the way to 80.20. I think it was 80. It might have been some other number, honestly. So I had this whole crazy system, essentially, for it. So, and I did my best in cutting up the Definitive Edition parts to like play around that. So if anybody wanted to watch, you know, my complete series with the updated Definitive Edition and have the stories go alongside each other, they could. but it was a bit of a puzzle figuring that out, honestly. And since I had my Xenoblade Chronicles 1-2 Torna complete series plus Future Connected that went up to like 140 parts, I think, I was debating about picking up right where that left off for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and just having part 1 of this be like part 141 to pick up right where that left off. But I decided against it and figured I'd start like new parts. Was the case, but I was very tempted to, considering the amount of thought that I put into doing that whole dedicated series there and such. Part of me is sometimes even still tempted to go back and just like change the names of all these parts to that, but I probably won't. It'll probably just like confuse people, you know. But anyway, but yeah, making a few bucks here and there, which is nice because might need to figure out how to pull several $100s out of your ass due to your uni raising tuition. Oh geez, yeah, a while back my uni had raised tuition and stuff as well, and that was not the best. We had like funding cut to to universities and whatnot with our local government, so that kind of sucked. Eagle, if ever you're looking for like some work, something to do on the side, I'm looking for someone who's willing to do video editing stuff. If you want an hourly paid job from me and you're familiar with video editing, let me know, because I've been looking for someone to potentially do some editing work for a while, but I don't want to go onto a platform like Fiverr or something like that and hire some stranger. I want it to be somebody that I know and trust and is, you know, looking for work anyway that I can help support, because I like revenue from this channel kind of going back into the community like that. I like revenue from the channel both going back into the channel, like helping improve the content / make more content, what with like editing and whatnot, and also when it's able to go back into the community, helping thank people who've, you know, stuck around after all this time. So like commissioning artists for thumbnails, or, you know, paying people for editing and whatnot. What are you doing here? That's odd line, surely. You're the one who decides up and run off out of the blue. You've made Moraine very worried. She's been trying really hard to get a hold of you. Moraine. Right. I should have been clear. Should have told her to stay at home and leave me be. It's crazy to come out here alone, mate. You know what my goal in life was? Live to my homecoming. Have a peaceful death. You need to go outside more, my guy. Look how pale your skin is. Yeah, cool biscuits. That's no excuse to go charging off without saying a word to anyone. Know what I'm saying? Do you think they'd have given me permission to leave if I had? Heading to the castle alone was the only way. I still think that you could have discussed it with Moraine first. She's your colleague. She really is worried sick about you. I was thinking that if I die out here, then at least I'd be alone. I suppose it wasn't really fair to Moraine. So come home. There's still time for you to talk this out. Yeah, I know. Okay, enough. I can't go any further alone anyway. I better go apologize to her. Yeah, do that. Sure. Update the affinity chart. Yeah, like, if it's something that you're interested in, let me know. I recently extended the offer to Guzma as well because he found himself out of a job. But he might also be, like, he might have another job, like, queued up here very soon as well anyway. I'm still willing to give him work on the side if he wants that. But, you know, if he does have another job queued up, it probably wouldn't be, like, a long-term thing. I wouldn't... Most likely not. Unless he's interested in that kind of thing, I can ask him about that. But, yeah, so... You know, can definitely talk about that later if it like Eagle, because yeah, it would definitely help take some workload off my shoulders and whatnot, and help me use like some revenue of this channel to both go back into the channel and help support some people in the community, you know? A cool win-win all around. No, over there. Are those Agnes soldiers? This is bad. That's more, whatever. Let's hurry. Okay, well, but yeah, on day 1, upload Xenoblade Chronicles 3 part 150. Yeah, I mean, the way that I called it was, I called it in my series like Xenoblade Chronicles 1-2 Torna was the name of the series. So even though it was Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and, gosh dang it, 1 in some parts and Xenoblade 2 in some parts and Xenoblade Torna in some parts, the whole thing was just called Xenoblade Chronicles 1-2 Torna Part X. Essentially, the whole time. I might adjust the volume here to like half a decibel lower. You might not even notice it. There. That. There. You might not even notice the difference. Oh yeah, we're over leveled for this. So maybe I should be doing some of these things, but I'm not like, you know, as over leveled. Because the longer I take, the more over leveled I'm just gonna be, you know, is the case. So I mean, my chance act's like halfway charged. I think that we're gonna beat you before before the chain attacks charge. Oh, but there's 5, not 4. No, well, it'll be close, I guess. I guess it'll be close. Okay, well. I mean, it's at like 60% charge right now. But yeah, I was very tempted to do that for the part names. And I was very tempted to do that for like 3 hopes as well. Considering I made like 305 parts of Fire Emblem 3 Houses to get through all the routes and, you know, showcase the full story and such. I was very tempted for, you know, the very first episode of 3 Hopes to be part 306, not 106, way more than that, 306. But even my first playthrough alone, like, it's gonna be a while before all the parts are uploaded since they're going up 1 a day. But playthrough 1 of 3 Hopes wound up becoming 130 parts. With the way that game handles New Game Plus, though, I think that each subsequent playthrough is gonna take me less time, but still. So playthrough 1 might be the longest one at 130, but still, I feel like 3 Hopes is gonna become another 300 part series alongside 3 Houses. So, you know, my complete 3 Houses and 3 Hopes playlist. Who knows how many videos are gonna be in that at the end of the day, considering there's already like close to 450, you know? Phew, guess we dodged a bullet there. Where'd they come crawling out from anyhow? Scratch that, where's Moraine? Is she hiding? Did she run? It doesn't look like she was attacked. Let's search the area. Okay. Okay. But yeah, definitely interested in any review streams right now. Hello, if I'm making stuff like your channel trailers, some of your YouTube videos, yeah. Can definitely discuss it out there. I might be working something out with like Guzma in the near future potentially as well. Maybe. It depends on like how soon he might get into another upcoming job. From the sounds of it, what if both y'all nerds are interested? I can freaking just give both y'all nerds something. What do you mean fine to speak to Moraine? The hell do you mean? Is she like in the box? What is happening here? I'm actually so confused. My goodness gracious. But yeah, anyway, you know, I've been, I have like a separate account than my bank account where I store like all my freaking YouTube and Twitch revenue. And for a long time, I used to, is she just over there or something? For a long time, I used to be, you know, investing into equipment to make the channel better and such. Like camera 1, camera 2, a stream PC here, a good microphone, a mic arm, my multiple monitors. I might use said funds to get a new laptop soon because that could be handy if ever I go to like a frag event, and it'll also just help me with like university and whatnot stuff. Is the case. A good capture card. But nowadays, I'm at the point where it's like I have all the equipment that I want for the channel. Like I could get like better equipment. I'm thinking about getting an audio mixer at some point. That would be a new thing of equipment, but and maybe it would help for these weird audio setups I have. I just don't know where I'd put it. That would be my problem with an audio mixer, is I just straight don't know where I'd put it. Because like, what space do I have? You know, there's this. Even my stream deck is, I can't even pull the camera over here, but it's on top of my computer over here. I mean, there's this, but I like putting things here, you know? I don't have space for things. My desk is already filled with so much stuff, and there's a bunch of receipts over there. I was adding stuff up. I was adding up expenses for this 1952 truck that we're working at restoring. So, nowadays, basically the only thing that I'm getting with the channel revenue is like the video games that are being played on this channel, but I'm making more revenue than that's costing. So in the near future, I might get some new parts for my desktop with that. May well get a new laptop and such because I need that, because mine dies in like 5 minutes on battery. Its battery's like non-existent. And will randomly crash and stuff. It's served me well for like a decade though, so about time that it could use replacement and such. But anyway, yeah, unless I hired an editor, I am making more than I'm spending on the channel right now, so it's gotten to the point that I can start affording to do stuff like hiring people for things like editing and using it in things that don't directly pertain to the channel, like a laptop that I actually really need, because, you know, if I go into my future programming class and whatnot, my laptop's just like dying on me. That's gonna hurt me in university and stuff, you know? That's gonna hurt. It's already hurt me a little bit during work, since I work on, like, I bring my laptop to work and such, so yeah. Maybe I'll get a new laptop in the near future. And I've been using some of the stream funds to work on that 1952 truck that's in the back, getting parts for that and stuff. So, part of that has become the 1952 Fargo half-ton fund. But yeah, use the funds to build a house so you have space for things? I wish. I have a decent smidge saved up. It's not that much, though. It's definitely not that much. But yeah, it's super interesting unless you get a job saying out like 20 job applications a day right now. Yeah. Want a freaking job with me? We can discuss it out. I might be, like I said, I might be giving a job to that Guzma nerd as well, is the case. But yeah, I haven't made any big purchases with like the stream revenue for a good while. And on my YouTube channel, especially, those Pokemon essays do make a decent bit. They do make a decent smidge there. So I do have a few grand saved up in like the stream account. So like I have the means to hire people for like editing, you know, on hourly wage for a decent while at least. I do have the means. We have the technology. Anyway, but yeah, depends on the difficulty you choose. If you play on the new highest difficulty, the game scales accordingly. The first level on extreme will have slightly higher level requirements than the final boss on hard for 3 hopes there. With the you mean like with the maddening mode that gets unlocked and stuff? But yeah. Look at this guy here, fucking Richie Reg. Yeah, I got the freaking YouTube monies and stuff. It's actually really crazy looking at that kind of thing. Like, it's still super duper far from ever being able to, you know, rely on it, but it is at the point where it's like, you know, significant enough that I can, you know, use it to, you know, do things like hiring an editor, doing things like buying parts for this 1952 truck in the back, do things like buy a new laptop in the near future here because mine is freaking barely clinging on to life. But yeah, you know, whenever someone insults you in your Pokemon essay, your hate gives you power. Yeah, I remember there was one time that I think someone was asking me on stream once, like, how much revenue my initial Pokemon essay that had gotten like 1 million views had given me. And I think that there was a tab in like the YouTube studio where you could look that up, and that initial Pokemon essay was a little bit over 3 grand, I think, Canadian. I know a lot of content creators don't talk about, you know, how much money they make and whatnot. It's a little bit of an iffy subject. I'm open to it. If anyone's ever curious about like how much I make on this channel, like just ask me. It's not like some deep kept secret or anything like that. So yeah, that's what happens when you make a good video essay jab at Pokemon and get that. So, you know, there's that. You know, it's been 1.5 years since that's happened, and, you know, I've used most of those funds at this point on, you know, video games, commissions, parts on that truck out back. Maybe, probably not all of it, though. Probably not all of it, but, you know, been using decent smidges here. I don't know how much things like my BDS PSA and Legends Arceus 1 would have made up to this point. I haven't actually checked, but when it comes to, like, the income that I'm getting from, like, YouTube and Google, it's anywhere from 200 a month to 800 a month. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think the highest paycheck I ever got a month was like 1,200. I think that was when one of the video essays was going like a super big full swing. But yeah, under normal circumstances, it's anywhere from like 200 to 700 or 800-ish a month. Average might be like 400 to 500, something like that. So, you know, far from being able to, you know, live off of it, anything like that, I do think it would be really cool to be able to pursue content creation as, you know, something long-term. But, you know, already at the point that it's at, worst case scenario, it can just keep being something that I do on the side, and it's like, you know, pretty alrighty and whatnot, you know. And it's also really strange because, you know, in the early days of content creation, streaming on Twitch, like, basically my only source of revenue was, you know, people being generous mad lads around here, which evidently some people have been like very, very generous mad lads, what with like the bids leaderboard, and my goodness gracious, some people are absolutely crazy. But that used to be like my main revenue stream from content creation and what I was using to like invest in better equipment here and such. But nowadays, it's freaking YouTube is my #1 revenue stream, ads from that, and then second is freaking generous mad ladness over on Twitch. And I like that. I like getting revenue in a way that it doesn't actually require people to like reach into their pocket and do something. Things like ads where it's just like watching something before the video, you know? I much prefer those kinds of things. I like revenue streams where nobody has to, you know, actually pay you. Well, nobody watching you who's enjoying your content has to pay you. Obviously, you're getting paid. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I like stuff like that. And what I've seen some content creators do before is have things like Amazon affiliate links, which is like if you click that creator's link and then order something on Amazon, doesn't even matter what it is, that creator will get like some small cut anyway. I've thought about setting up something like that before because I like things like that where it's like if you're getting something anyway and it's nothing extra out of your pocket than you would be spending otherwise, and it just helps support like a creator you enjoy, that's really cool. So my favorite revenue streams when it comes to content creation is things where it's no extra expense than anyone would be like spending otherwise. That's cool to me. That's neato. But yeah, and 3 hopes. So if you remain on hard, the early levels are a joke, but if you use maddening mode, the game just continues to scale. Interesting. So I'll do hard mode for my first New Game Plus, where we go through Black Eagles again and just see like the story content that I missed, and then do like maddening mode from there. But yeah, that was a good essay. Glad you enjoyed it there. But yeah, I hope you're ready for your chaotic brand of editing. That's what your essay been missing, right? Memes? I mean, if I did have somebody else on editing, it would actually give me the opportunity to have another video essay in progress after one hasn't been for a while. Like, ever since I wrapped up the Legends Arceus essay, I've not worked on a new one since then. I've had some ideas for ones, but I've not worked on one since then, but because I've been committed to other projects like this, or like the Minecraft series with Peculiar Potions, but I've been feeling bad that I haven't done one for a while. I've been meaning to do one. I want to do one on like Live Alive's far future and the arguments that makes about technology, because that's cool, you know? What do you mean? Twitch ads should be enough to pay all the bills? Totally! I can check right now for anyone curious what my Twitch ad revenue is. Insights. Let's see here. Channel analytics. Let's see here. July 15th to August 13th. So roughly the past 30 days here. My total estimated I'm actually getting a lot more from ads than I thought I was. $5.27. That's actually a lot more than I thought it was. Apparently the last set of 30 days, the last period, was $2.43 from ads. I'm genuinely surprised I'm earning over $5 on ads this month from Twitch. That's rare. You don't see that a whole lot. Huh. Yeah, that is genuinely a lot more than I thought it was. Yo, that's a McDouble. Yeah, I know, right? I could go in and buy myself like a McDouble. For the longest time, whenever people ask me about my Twitch revenue, it would usually be like less than $1 or like under $2. Nowadays, it's like several dollars, which is better. But I mean, yeah, it's not a whole lot. So that's my Twitch ad revenue, is anywhere from like $1 to $5, whereas my freaking YouTube ad revenue is several hundred a month. $5, damn, you're like the Elon Musk on Twitch with that. I know, right? Man, I'm just gonna have to become like my my co-commentator at Fragapalooza, which for anyone who didn't see like during the streams there at Fragapalooza, my co-commentator crashed there. He spent like $300 and bought pizza for the entire venue. He works on the pipeline, so like he makes good money off of that, and he decides to use that to do like crazy generous mad lad things. So he bought pizza for the entire venue. He tried to order like 15 pizzas, and they were like, oh, that's a lot in bulk. We can give you like $80 off or $70 off or something like that. And he was like, oh, that's pretty nice. Can you just put on like 5 more pizzas instead? And he ordered like 20. So yeah, I'm just gonna become like him, becoming basically Mr. Beast for a day, as people were saying in the chat at the time. Yeah, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be a big spender with my $5. Wow, Moraine. Oh. She looks fine. I hid as soon as I saw those soldiers coming. I'm not much for fighting. Glad to hear it. You came back. Yeah, thanks to this lot. If I was alone, who knows what would have become of me. I'm not sure what you were hoping to— wow, that forced its way out, I'm sorry. Not sure what you were hoping to achieve by going to the castle in the first place. Aiming for the impossible is unlikely to end in the way you hope it will. Huh? I think you should go home and talk about what happens next. Lorraine was worried about you, and the least you can do is respect those feelings. I know. Lorraine, I'm sorry, It's okay. Let's go home. Everyone knows things are hard for you. Thanks. And thank you too. Quest complete! The Lost Off-Seer. Tsujima's homecoming was on the horizon. Although he lost his goal in life, he decided now to return to Colony Lambda for Moraine's sake. We've officially done the quest that was shown in, like, the freaking Xenoblade Direct or whatever the heck. Welcome back, J-Dog. But yeah, if someone is doing something as damaging to the environment, they ought to throw pizza parties for good karma. I mean, when it comes to the, is it really super long-term effects? I'm no expert on, you know, pipeline kind of stuff, so I don't really know. But isn't there like just as much risk from a pipeline as there would be from, you know, kind of truck transport or whatnot? Or are you just saying like the fact that pipeline's basically always going to exist there and such? It's going to be stuck there until not the end of time, but a very, very long time and such. But yeah, imagine going to the stream and donating a pizza. Streamlabs needs that option. That'd be pretty hype. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable sharing like my actual address publicly, but imagine if you could go into Streamlabs or Stream Elements or something like that, register your address in there, and just give people the option to like donate to order you a pizza right then and there while issuing. That'd be pretty cool. It wouldn't have any effect in streams like this at, you know, 1:20 in the morning and stuff like that. But I think it'd be pretty silly if people could do that. And if and now that we've established that Crash there is that crazy mad that I could see him doing something crazy like that. But yeah, so was your final day of side questing before post game? Are you planning on doing like all the side quests, or are you just saying you plan on doing like post game after that? Or I mean, I guess if you've already beaten the story, I guess there's no rush. So wait, have you beaten it then? In that case, because I guess post game only starts after you've done the thing. I don't know. But yeah, playmates have a bad habit of leaking all over, I can't word say all over often in Digisland. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. Like, I'm no expert in this field, but hearing that that's a common thing, it's not too surprising there. But yeah, he apparently makes good money from that and uses it to do crazy mad lad things like that. At this hybrid event, Carvia actually won the giveaway for one of the bigger ticket items. Also, here's where you do a Colony and Lambda. I'm just now realizing. They do a lot of giveaways at Fragapalooza. There weren't as many giveaways this time because it was a smaller venue and it was free entry rather than paid entry. So, you know, all the prizes that they had were just from like, you know, funds that we had from sponsors and such. So there weren't as many prizes being given away this year as like a typical in-person year. But there was still a decent handful of prizes. There was like a couple monitors for like the two big ticket items, and then like, you know, some controllers, mice and keyboards and stuff like that. So they had like a small pile of things that they were giving away there. And one of the bigger ticket items that they were giving away, one of the gaming monitors, yeah, Carvia won it, was the case. So when it comes to my pal there, Crash, being kind of generous and such, we looked up the value of the monitor, and apparently it was a $300 valued monitor. It was on sale at like Best Buy, $80 off for like $220 or something like that. Hi Maureen. But Crash was offering to Carvia to buy the monitor off of him for $350 for overvalue, for the sin of inconvenience, he called it. And Carvia turned him down because he said that he like rarely wins things and he wanted his special Canadian prize that he was gonna get mailed in was the case. But just for the sake of not having to go to the store to replace his like clunky old monitor that he had, he was offering to pay overvalue to Carvia for the monitor that he won remotely there. So there was that. Hey, do you think off-seeing is something that we really need? I don't know. Yes, I think so. Really? Okay. There were some people who said that we could do without it, but I wasn't really sure myself. Well, I guess I just have to do what I can. Not that I can do much else. But I haven't beaten this story literally right before you set it for the final area. Okay, so you're all wrapping up side quests before finishing things off there. How are you now? Passable, I guess, but I'm feeling pretty okay. You've cheered me right up as it is. The time I have left now may be limited, but you know what? Snuff it. I've resolved to do everything I can to live life to the full now. Thank you. There's a side quest thingamabob here. Well, how about we get this class and then we'll continue with the story. But before that, I need to take like a little bit of a break because I've been streaming for 5 hours. And when you do like long streams, you sometimes need to like get up and stretch and whatnot. So I'm going to take like a brief BRB break is what I'm going to do. But yeah, I understand I also barely win anything. I wouldn't give it up if that ever happened. Yeah, I don't win things a whole lot myself. He's looking forward to his special Canadian prize there. It was funny when he was asking if he could buy it off of him. Carvia was like, you might touch it. You might touch it at best. And, you know, so I was holding it and showing it to the camera because he didn't, off of the official Fragapalooza stream, he wasn't able to get the best of looks at it. So, you know, after the giveaways were done, I just brought it over to my station and was properly showing it on camera, the monitor that Carvia had won, so he was able to get a good look at it there. And Carvia was like, wow, a Canadian has touched my special monitor there. So after he said that Crash could touch it, Crash Speaking takes the monitor, like the box, and and he decides to lick the side of it, being like, I've claimed it, it's mine now. So once Carvia gets that, there's gonna be like some Canadian germs up in that up in that corner where Crash licked the box. So there was that. Also, apparently the person in charge of shipping out the prizes went on vacation like not that long ago. So there's that. So it might be a while before it's even shipped out. They should have just given it to me to ship out. I suggested it to them and they were like, nah, we're just gonna ship it. I was like, okay. So there's that. But yeah, now you all make a video called Queens of Kevis and Agnes then and now. What, like then and now being like Xenoblade 1 and 2 compared to now. Now that they're all like mean and stuff, but maybe they're not as mean later in the story. I would assume so, because I doubt that they would actually make Melia and Nia into, you know, irreversible villains and stuff, you know? Spoiler! I mean, every time I mention like Melia and Nia in this game, it's like, it's technically spoilers, but literally everybody, every Xenoblade fan since seeing the first trailer has been saying, oh, that's Melia and Nia, you know? So, like, it's literally not even spoilers. It's like the biggest spoilery thing that you can say during these streams that's not even spoilery, because just everyone knows, you know? Like, so I assume the game is gonna do like this big reveal later that it's Melia and Nia, but like everybody knows. So, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go about, hey, you up in Discord about you, joining Yakuza Harmony LLC. Yeah, I can reach out to you there. If both of you and Guzma are interested, I can slap y'all nerds on different projects, potentially. But yeah, I can reach out to you about that. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night, Eagle. And yeah, I will follow up to you about that. Splatfest Kevis versus Agnes, imagine. I'm gonna take a brief ARB break. I'll be back in probably just a few minutes.